Namaste, I am Nibir and you're watching The True Narrative. So let's talk about smartphones today. What is a smartphone? If we look at the etymology or the origin of the word smart, then it is not in a positive sense. The actual meaning, original meaning of the word smart is that when something is painful. So it's like this thing smarts. It means this thing is hurting me. A needle smarts. So in that sense, a smartphone is a painful phone. It's something which is hurting you. And so it's not something that should be used rather frequently. And let's talk about, okay, you're calling this a phone, but this has become like a pocket market, hasn't it? You are using it for shopping. And look at these apps. You're using it for shopping. You're using it for all sorts of things. So how on earth is this still called the phone? This should be called a shopping device cum phone. Yeah. Then it's also full of games. So the games are an added distraction. If you're calling yourself an adult, what are you doing playing games on a phone? And if you are a kid, if you're a child, then you should be out and about playing with your friends or going to a swimming pool. That is called sport. This is looking at a screen is not called sport. Yeah. Then the other thing about a smartphone is it's sucking your energy basically. It's like when you're looking at this phone all the time, it's drawing your energy. So it's like your face is actually like entering the phone. And this is precisely what they want. This is like when the phone becomes an inseparable part of your body, then the next step that they want to move is turn this phone into a chip and then implant that chip inside your body. Yeah, maybe in your hands, maybe in your brain. Because it has become an inseparable part. You cannot do without a phone. You cannot do bank transactions without a phone. Now they have included the Aadhaar, connected the Aadhaar number to your phone number. So there is no way that you cannot have a phone not have a phone number. So when they artificially put this chip inside, saying that okay, this chip will connect you to the cloud, and in which case you will have access to all this information, all the information in the world, yada yada yada. What they're not telling you is that they will charge you. So suppose you're not so rich, then you wouldn't have the money to pay to get access from the information from the cloud. And what they're not telling you is also like this is how kind of our memory works. Our memory actually accesses the Akashic records. Akashic records means the records in the sky, which is in the form of sound. And so this Akashic record can be downloaded by us if we are only asking the questions. So the moment we ask the right questions, the records, and we are open, yeah, and in a state of calm and peace inside, then these records come by themselves. at a moment's notice. So all of these inbuilt powers given by the source to us is reduced or completely negated or taken away by the use of these devices, so-called advanced devices. See, basically the only reason you need a phone is to be able to call somebody or at the most text somebody, which was how the original phone was created. So what you need as a human being is just the phone and not a smartphone. And by the way, all these things, all the apps that you see are nothing but websites. So this is again the illusion. You would think that an app is something like a standalone gadget or a device itself. No, it's just a plain website which you can go to your PC or your laptop and easily access. So there is no need for a smartphone to access any of these so-called apps. So why? It is also partly because of your own laziness. It's because of your laziness, and you think, oh, it's so nice to lie on the couch and look at the phone and go shopping on Amazon. And if you can just get rid of that little bit of lethargy and laziness and just go and sit on your desktop or PC, then you can easily do the same thing, and even more comfortably and more and properly, because you get a bigger screen on your PC and there is much more information on a PC and much more control. You have more control over a website and its preferences or options on a PC than on a phone. So there is no real need to use a smartphone. And also you have to remember that every time they say it's for your safety, like some smartphone apps they have developed for your safety, isn't it? You have to remember that when they say safety, it means control over you. So they're not really doing it for your safety, but to have more and more control over you, to keep you under observation, to keep you under surveillance. So yes, that's also brings me to the front-facing camera. So what they are doing is this front-facing camera, I think, is detecting your eye movements. So when you are attracted by some object, for example, a pair of shoes, then your eyes probably behave in a different way. Or if you are attracted to the image of a beautiful woman, for example, your eyes would behave in a different way. Maybe they blink. Whatever it is, the eye movements, that also they're tracking so that they can build these things into the AI. So the AI will immediately know from your eye movement itself whether you like this thing or you don't like this thing. So all of these records and all of this data you are giving to these artificial intelligence developers for free. So they are having their cake and eating it too. So that's a very sad thing about how they are fleecing and manipulating humans, these technocrats. And mark my words, this society of the future, if we do not say no to them now, will be run by the technocrats. So it will be a technocratic society. Right now, supposedly we have a democratic society. In the future, we will have a technocratic society run by technocrats, and you as a common individual will have really no say or any power. And right now they put the blame on money, like the so-called politician is doing this for the money, or Bill Gates is doing this for the money. then this excuse will also be taken out. It will be like, oh, this supercomputer is doing everything, so we have no idea why it's doing. So the money will also be taken out. So you cannot blame a computer and say the computer is doing it for the money. Whereas it will be for the money, but it will be the technocrats behind the scene where they put this supercomputer in your face and saying it is controlling everything, we have no say in the matter. So this will be another layer of deceit to control people. So there are several factors like that, and then spiritually, this smartphone also comes from sorcery. So sorcerers and wizards, they had something called a scrying mirror. So a scrying mirror with an S-C-R-Y-N-G. S-C-R-Y-I-N-G, scrying mirror. So they would look into this mirror, which is not like a phone, but it's like a mirror, whatever the device was, and they would ask it questions using their spells and whatever sorcery that they use, and that mirror would show them what they need to know, kind of like a crystal ball. So this device again is, because behind the scenes, like way behind the scenes, sorcerers are involved. This is what you get is a scrying mirror. And another sense of the scrying mirror is like it makes you cry because it gives you something. It gives you something, but that something is not good for you. It is not for your development, or it's not beneficial to you, so it will make you cry. And similarly, we see that the objects and the comfort that we are getting from the smartphone is kind of like a scrying mirror, because they are mostly, we find that are not beneficial to us. They are consuming our time like anything, and they are also affecting our productivity. And so many people and so many children are addicted to this so-called smart device. Again, the word device itself has the word vice in it. V-I-C-E, vice. So again, it shows that it is not a good thing. It is a vice, and it is a sin to yourself, because you are harming your own mind, you're harming your own awareness, and also harming your own body because of the waves that are emitted by the phone. So 5G is going to be really dangerous. It's like a microwave cooking your brain. But even 4G is also harming you at some level. The radiation that comes out from this phone doesn't affect our brains in a positive manner. So this is what I have to say about smartphones. So again, my request to you would be to learn to say no. I will not have it. You switch off the smartphone and you get yourself a simple phone that is only for texting and making calls and receiving calls. And the rest of the internet usage you do on your laptop or your PC. And believe me, this phone is not for your safety, so you can safely, that's another thing you can do, you can safely leave your smartphone at home and go out in your car. So there is no need to lug this around all the time. And that will also give you a sense of freedom, that you're not attached to something unnatural all the time. This doesn't come with you from birth. It's attached by scrupulous elements in society to you. So the moment you say, okay, for these 3-4 hours I will leave this aside, you will have a sense of freedom that you have not experienced before. So learn to say no, because this entire society's programming from your childhood has been to placate them, to make the authorities, the masters, make you placate them so that they feel more and more in power, and you feel that, okay, by placating them, I am getting whatever freedom or whatever I am getting. which is not the case. So it's very important that you learn to say no. And that's all for today. I hope you subscribe to our channel so that you will get news, information, knowledge, and wisdom that you won't get anywhere else, either on YouTube or out there in the world. And by supporting us in this way, you encourage us also to keep on making more and more such videos. So please do subscribe and forward this video to your family, to your friends, to people who matter to you, so that they also benefit from this knowledge that we give through the true narrative. So I wish you a really wonderful day. Thank you so much.